Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We are still working on getting Colonial Exploitation passed. We are still working on getting a bunch of states incorporated. And Abraham Lincoln's the president, so the 1850s are looking like a good time to be an American. Let's go ahead and get started here. So what do we want out of our economy? We do want the rest of these gold mines, because that's money, and money is of critical importance to the growth of the Republic. After that, we want those textile mills. So with Nicaragua in the faction, we need more tools and paper than ever. We've got a lot of tooling in New York, so let's queue up a little bit more of that. Hyderabad is having a military revolt. Doesn't seem relevant to me. I know we got tooling workshops in New York, so let's build a few more of those. And then infrastructure here is really solid. Oh yeah, because we got an infrastructure boosting company. Yeah, that's actually really helping. So okay, so why are these gold mines not productive? Talk to me. You can't hire. Well, why can't you hire? Is there nobody in Nevada? I guess not. Population is growing by a lot. Maybe we'll do a what you call, oh, time modifiers. Oh right, because hey, law progressed to study immediately. Very nice. Sure wish I had that kind of luck on a law that I care more about, but it is what it is. So maybe, I don't know what's going on with the upper classes here. Maybe we'll draw in more immigration by building up more jobs here. How are we doing for logging camps? For wood overall, we could use more wood. So let's build up some logging camps in Nevada as well. And I'll go ahead and... Ooh! Russia finds itself unable to protect its North American colony of Russian Alaska, and appears willing to sell the colony to us for an affordable sum. The representatives of the United States of America agrees to pay at the Treasury of Washington to the diplomatic representative or any other agent of His Majesty the Tsar of all Russia, $7,200,000 in gold. The necessary arrangements will offer $3 million over the course of 1 year. That is pretty expensive. So, $3 million. So there's 50 weeks in a year, functionally. Hold on. We're into Gen Cat math hours now. I know this isn't a difficult calculation. I'm just doing it quickly to... Okay, so that's 60,000 a week for... functionally, for an entire year. That is a lot. But I do want it, so... So let's do it. Russia's agreed to our terms. Da-da-da-da. What riches do these vast territories hide? Relations improve, Russia loses their claim, America gains a claim and becomes the owner. So, let's go ahead and... The acquisition of Alaska has been completed. So, are we colonizing? Are we colonizing? Or not? Do we need an interest? We have an interest. Oh, right. I've got more interests available. Let's throw some interests in the West. Because once we've got colonization, we'll be able to go there. So I think at this point, I may just finish building up Nevada and then stop building, because this is quite a significant expense. Circassian mass immigration. Oh, excellent. To Arkansas. No, go to Nevada. Go to Nevada! Nevada's where the gold mines are. The gold mines. I need people working in these gold mines. It looks like coal is very expensive. Oh my goodness. Is coal very expensive in the market or just in Nevada? It's just in Nevada. Alright, and we're not bringing any in. No, we're certainly not. Alright, interesting. Wedge politics. The industrialist members have set against each other in the Colonial Exploitation law. This infighting has been blamed on a campaign of harassment by supporters of William Ingalls. It was a simple matter. Don't discuss this topic in the halls, not any offices, or even soirees. Out of sight, out of mind, and out of each other's interests. And yet the matter was now out and the floor was alight. Oaths and agreements now meant nothing before this contentious issue, picked out and split by another caucus. Find a compromise between the factions, reduce enactment time, weaker industrialists but happier approval, return to the matter at hand, industrialists much weaker, slightly reduced enactment time, or find a weak link in their ranks and pick at the seams, minus 15%. None of this seems great. I'm going to go with the thing that reduces enactment chance by the least. Well, it is what it is. We got our interests active now. We can take over Dahomey. So how much infamy would it be to conquer Dahomey? 6.9. 6.9 would get us in. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do it, because then we can start colonizing this area. So in preparation for that, let's go ahead and increase our colonial growth. You have any diplomacy I should be aware of? A bunch of stuff with... Ooh, you're guaranteed by France. Don't love that. But France and I have a truce. Okay, so if I go after you... Well, I can pull in Britain. Denmark, Oyo, and Benin will certainly be in, but I'm not scared of any of them. And I can bring Britain in if I need to. So let's get to it. 6.9 infamy, I can live with that. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and mobilize the armies. Is this unwise whilst I am in the middle of being in a situation with Russia where I'm spending a ton of money? Yes. Do I care about that? Probably not. Perhaps I will simply build my gold mines and then stop building. But I do so very much like building stuff. Yeah, the finances are bad. Oh, I'm so good at running a country. Alright, so here's this. So, Denmark sides, very good. I can still bring in Britain. Denmark does not bring a lot to the table here. I do not think France will get involved. France will get involved. I was wrong. Britain, please do join. What if I sway with... I can't sway with war goals. Don't want to transfer any subjects. Britain, join me. Britain sides with me, so... Oh, and that gives us a front over here. That's actually excellent. I'm going to put the regular army and the army of observation in Africa, because I think both of those are going to be important locations for the war to happen. I think this might be a major war. So can I throw... Let me see, I got 13 infamy to play around with. Can I throw another war goal on here? Yeah, transfer subject, but not of a country that I want. Can I conquer anything else? Conquer Danish Togo. Be fun. I could definitely take Danish Togo. What about icing on the cake? Let me see. Senegal is where? It's over here. I don't necessarily want to try to steal anything from France. And I can't really get Because again, long term, I don't necessarily have a problem with France. But I think maybe grabbing Danish Togo... Let me see if Britain is on this list. Because if Britain is on this list, I might put myself in a... I might put myself in a situation where I'm... It's only by -4, though. I sure hope they don't bail. Because if they bail, I'm SOL. Well, maybe I'm not. Do I want to risk it? This is still a, kind of potentially difficult war. I'm not going to risk it. There will always be other times. France has only mobilized one army. Let's go ahead and put the Army of Florida in the West Indies. So I've got one army going to each front. And I think that's going to be just fine. I've got troops mobilizing, not too many of them, but they're mobilizing. One of my admirals has passed away. Law debate success, very good. Still got plenty of capacity, so that's fine. And I'm nearly about to pause government construction. Just get a few more logging camps built. Again, I'm just trying to put a lot of jobs in Nevada so that I can have a lot of immigration attraction. Got a recently conquered debuff as well. That's interesting. 3 more weeks. 3 more weeks. Then we'll be good to go. And probably I'll put my fleet... What are all these guys doing? What? We need a new guy. How about this guy? Franklin Buchanan. He seems good. He's innovative and experienced naval commander. Let's put him in there. Alright, so we're going to put this fleet over here. And the reason we're going to put that fleet over there is because I want to put myself in a situation where I can do a naval invasion of Dahomey when the time comes. Because again, getting started doing some conquests in Africa will be very good for me in terms of my imperial ambitions. Let's go ahead and pause government construction at this time. That's going to significantly improve my finances. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. And again, this additional expenses is going to go away. And there's the war. So, let's get started here. Alright, beautiful. There's... Okay, Danish Togo is not completely conquered yet. Opposition in print. A narrowly disguised polemic against colonial exploitation, written by William Ingalls, has appeared in a popular opposition newspaper published across the United States of America. You ought to see the morning paper, sir. It's... Yes? Well, there's an Ingalls article in it on the 3rd page. The functionary reached up and put a hand on his temple, and with that he knew he was about to read something that may take years off his life. He's a scourge, as always, -10% enactment, or encourage our supporters to publish opposing articles. Extra chance, reduced time. You know I'm going to go with the second one. I love that enactment chance. Alright. And a naval invasion is happening already by Great Britain. Very fast, but maybe... that's interesting. Again, a very fast naval invasion, but maybe not necessarily... There's organized sports getting unlocked. Maybe not necessarily exactly what I wanted. Well, they've set up the naval invasion to happen very fast, but I don't know that the fleets are going to get there. Okay, here's a British fleet. So hopefully we'll be able to do what we want to do, and this won't get bogged down. Because I sure would not like to be bogged down. All my armies are going to fronts. All my armies are going to the Christmas Islands. I don't want to put my armies in the Christmas Islands. Let's put them back in the United States. That is curious. Well, the New York Naval Yard fleet was defeated. That's a shame. I think this fleet needs to be bigger. We're going to rename this the Atlantic Fleet. And we're going to put some more ships in it. We're going to put another 5. I think we're going to put another 10 frigates in it. And then we're going to put another 14 man-of-wars. And 5 more in New Hampshire. And we'll throw those in at the top of the... Should have done it the other way. That was not smart. And we'll go ahead and unpause that. We'll get those knocked out. It's going to take some time, but it's going to be worth it as well. Again, as soon as people start immigrating to Nevada for these... Oh. We're goofed on infrastructure here. I've completely made a mistake. Oh goodness. This is very bad. I was like, why isn't this thing working? And it's like, oh, because I haven't built enough infrastructure. That's a real shame. A crying shame, in fact. So we are winning the naval battle here. And hopefully we'll be prepared to win the land battle as time goes by. See, now I wish I'd gone after Danish Togo. Planted grassroots. In a scandalous tip by a former newspaper publisher, it has been revealed to the government that a wave of recent anti-colonial exploitation articles have in fact all been written by William Ingalls, using different names and styles. We hold that no person or set of persons can properly establish a standard of expression for others. It seems the opposition is both more and less monolithic than it appears to be. 10% enactment chance. Or the public would love to know more about the story. 5% enactment chance, but William Ingalls becomes... against it. I'm going to go with the first one. I don't necessarily need to weaken Ingalls. I think he's just fine where he is. The Atlantic Fleet is fully repaired. That's wonderful. I no longer have the necessary naval support for naval invasions, but ground invasions are happening due to my allies, the British, so I'm pretty happy about that. Let's see what this is. Against the odds. Despite not enjoying full rights under American law, some wealthier Muskogean people have begun moving into neighborhoods and frequenting establishments they would normally be excluded from. Let me see, indigenous... Oh, I forgot to reset up the... I forgot to even consider resetting up the Indian Territory. Huh, I need to figure that out. So if we want our children to have a future, this is where we should raise them. He said, I want them to live somewhere safe. She crossed her arms. Have you seen the looks we get? When people talk about safe, they don't mean safe for us, they mean safe from us. We made some new regulations to keep the peace. Ugh, extra radicals from discrimination. That's really bad. When they fairly earn their success, petite bourgeoisie mad. Well, I need the bureaucratic capacity that the petite bourgeoisie are providing me right now. But they are very happy. They've earned their success. Shabamzo. +7 is fine. Okay, so hold on here. There is a country that's got a Native American... pop as its native pop here in Central America, isn't there? There isn't. What about... No. Okay, interesting. Okay. Because I'm thinking about... I might try and break off... Hold on. I think I might be able to break off a Maya nation. Yeah, Mesoamerican and Indigenous American heritage. So, but they would need to be at racial segregation, and I don't think they would be necessarily... Well, Mexico is at cultural exclusion. How are things going in Oklahoma? Afro-Americans are moving there. Where's the nation formation? Cultures. Sorry, I'm forgetting the mechanic now. Cherokee. Homelands, Oklahoma and Arkansas. I don't remember how to release countries. I thought it was in cultures. Diplomacy. Release subject. Here we go. Release Cherokee. It would be both of those countries. Can I release the Indian Territory? I can. I am going to re-release the Indian Territory, I think. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I still want there to be a place that Native Americans can go in America to not be discriminated against. Sequoia. To improve relations. Going to reduce subject payments. They are my... Let me give it a minute for them to reset. And then I'll, okay, they're called the Union Territory. They're a puppet. Alright. So that's fine. Greek mass immigration. Cool. How's naval invasion going? Naval invasion has progress. Very good. I'm going to put my fleet back in the area. I certainly don't want to be on a method that increases casualties taken, so I'll let that be. Oh, City of Plenty. The most prominent members of Massachusetts high society have been seen organizing luxurious parties in the new and lavish urban buildings. Marble walls, shimmering stone, the noise of people coming and going brings the city back to life when we didn't even know it was dead. Tall buildings cover the sunset, kids play with bricks, smoke blends with the clouds, and a distant bell announces the next train. Progress is coming. Let them celebrate. 10% of upper and middle stardom hops become loyalist, or the party will never end. 25%, but we bet that standard of living will stay high for the upper strata, which I'm always going to do. Kablamzo. Oh man, finances are rough with me doing this in the middle of this war. But again, I think this is... So that was February. Okay, so this is almost done, actually. Our finances are going to be a lot better in a minute. Alright, Indian Territory is good to go. We're cordial. They're reducing their... Beautiful. That's beautiful. Alright, and then the Native Americans can be non-discriminated in Oklahoma. Stalled due to enemy fleets, but we're trying to fight them. Defeat admitted. Advance. How curious. William Ingall's arguments have been publicly defeated, forcing him to turn his gaze to more advantageous things. A faction in the industrialists have thrown their weight behind the Colonial Exploitation law. Oh, very well. I dare say you shall be the death of me, you silver-tongued devil. Just like that? Just like that? It's useless to fight a river's current? So it is with wise counsel. Celebrations are in order. Stronger industrialists, approving industrialists, extra enactment chance, or run to the papers now. Less enactment chance, but Cornelius Vanderbilt and William Ingalls and President Emeritus Cornelius Vanderbilt get extra popularity. I'm going to go with the first one. Extra enactment chance is better. Stronger industrialists, I think, is good for me because we still got them in the government. And if we can keep bonking on these French fleets here, we can eventually push them away, and then we'll be able to do all the things we want to do. Hey, finances are doing much better. We're still taking a lot of credit right now, but we're okay. That's okay. These things happen. Desperately trying to build up railways in Nevada. I completely missed that I was overbuilding on infrastructure here. I'm sorry. It's very, very funny to me that the state has a minus 25% infrastructure line item that just says due to Nevada. I know why. It's from the Great Basin Desert, but it's still very funny to me. All right, we've pushed off the enemy fleet. We got a land battle happening. Another land battle happening. Beautiful. And now we've got the country occupied. Give me the country. Oh no, I can't get the country yet. Give me the country. I want the country. Give me the country. Oh, this guy's like, what if we didn't do a colonization? You fool! I will do a colonization. Colonial Affairs is actually almost back up to Midland. And there's triage. That's really important, actually. Raising concerns. The intelligentsia have expressed their concerns about the government decisions clearly favoring the interests of the industrialists. Industrialists are very pleased. Intelligentsia are as well. Choosing is always hard, not because the decision is difficult to make, but because the consequences can be a bit inconvenient. Rumors are spreading like smoke from a factory, staining the clean air of the United States of America with a dense and vicious poison. I'm just going to say this needs to be addressed. I don't want to reduce the strength of either of these groups because, again, they're in the government. I should have taken this Danish territory. I feel very silly, but that's alright. These things happen. Non-compliance. William Ingalls has encouraged all principled people to agree on a platform of non-compliance for the colonial exploitation law. Sympathizers in the industrialists have halted further debate. It's as simple as not raising a hand, you see. Funny thing, that wave. That little forgotten greeting in the street. Or that wide sweep to get someone's attention. It's truly amazing what can be done with a simple flick of the wrist, and in this case, how not doing one can cripple the nation. As is their right, they will think better soon. 70% chance of stronger industrialists, 30% chance of weaker and happier industrialists, minus 10% enactment chance. Hand their names, their offices, and their staff to the papers. William Ingalls, about equal chances of him getting an increase in interest group attraction or a reduction in popularity. 10% chance if he gets wounded, reduced enactment chance, increased enactment time, or order intermediaries to stand in their places. Adds a setback. I don't want a setback on this. So we'll do the second one, and we'll see what happens. So William Ingalls is currently popularity 25. And let's see what happened. He's still popularity 25. He didn't get wounded. So I think the industrialists got strengthened, which is just fine with me. I'm, in fact, delighted. All right. And France has bailed out of the war as well. Very good. So. Can't establish a colony. I think I need to have the area incorporated first. So let's get started on that. It's going to be a 5-year process, but that's okay. Lots of business here, actually. Golly. Gosh, and also, golly. How is... Turmoil is extremely high, but it'll go down as time goes on. Alright. And things are looking solid. So, what if I immediately go after Bourdieu? What's the 5.3 infamy if I conquer it? No one seems... no one's involved. I'm going to do it. I'm going to immediately go forward. 8% chance they'll say yes. Probably Oyo and Benin will support them, but... Let me see. Oyo and Benin. Oyo is adjacent. They are a dominion of Great Britain. and Benin. So I will have some enemies in the area. These are not production methods that I fear from Barrack's perspective. I won't be able to conquer Oyo, but I will be able to conquer Benin. And I don't think Great Britain can be brought in on that. But even so, perhaps... Oh, actually, it's the end of the episode. We've started our conquests in Africa. We've conquered Dahomey and made it American. We've reestablished the Indian Territory after a brief delay. After a significant delay. And we are now... we're still trying to build up railways in Nevada so that I can get all that tasty, tasty gold out of the ground. But anyway, that is all we've got for this episode. Friends, I've had fun. I hope you've had fun, and I'll see you on the other side.